Hello everyone and welcome to the program. I am your host, Knight Abuto. With us today is Dr. Israel Kafeero, Assistant Professor in Applied Theology and Programs Director, Chaplaincy at Adventist University of Africa. Kindly tell us, what is your background in terms of education and employment?
Thank you, Madam Abuto. As you've heard, my name is Israel Kafeero. I'm from Uganda. I graduated from Bugama University, and then after that I pastored a district in Kampala City for several years before I moved on to Andrews University, where I graduated MDiv and a PhD in religious education. And also I did a training in family life education and chaplaincy.
I see. Tell us more about the chaplaincy program.
This is one of the newest programs we have here at Adventist University of Africa. I started in 2016.
I see.
Chaplaincy is a specialized kind of training because we say that all chaplains are pastors, but not all pastors are chaplains.
Chaplains, yes.
And that's why we require that you have to be trained, first of all, as a pastor before you come into this program. This is a master's program. Basically, we are the people who work as chaplains in schools, hospitals. We do a lot of work in prisons, military, and other facilities where we take care of people. Yes.
Maybe you could kindly tell our viewers, why was the chaplaincy program started? And perhaps what importance does it have in the continent of Africa?
Yes, a survey was done, and looking at the statistics of the institutions we have on the continent of Africa, currently we have over 100 hospitals. We have over 25 universities, not including private universities of Seventh Adventist. We have over thousands, many primary and secondary schools, and all of these employ chaplains. Now, that's in addition to other private, hospitals. All of those require chaplains.
Yes.
But it's surprising to discover that out of those, less than 20% of the chaplains who work in these facilities are professionally trained. And as I said in the beginning, that chaplaincy is a specialized kind of training. You don't just wake up and say, I'm going to talk to people who are bereaved, or people who are sick.
Yes.
It's a special kind of training where you handle young people in schools. So we need to train these people. We need professional people. Pastors, first of all, have been trained as pastors, and then this time we train them in a special kind of training. That's chaplaincy.
Yes.
So there's a great need on the continent. We don't have professional trained chaplains. Yes.
So what is the response so far, and how many students are enrolled in the program?
In the program so far, we have, since 2016, we have enrolled 42 master students.
Okay.
And most of these have actually finished their the training. Some have graduated, some are still writing. But this year, 2020, we were supposed to start another cohort, a new cohort coming in, and over 20 people, students had registered for this program.
Oh. How does one get admitted to the program?
Well, as I said, you must have a bachelor's degree in a region from a recognized university.
Yes.
At least you require 2.5 point GPA of your graduation with, if you have 4 years experience as a minister, or you may probably have worked as a chaplain in a school, or if you have a 3.0 point average, and even if you don't have an experience, we still admit you. Yes.
I see. There are many ladies who work in the chaplaincy services. How can they get admitted if they, and if they do get admitted, what if they do not have a BA in theology or religion? How can they get admitted?
We are still working out a way of helping people who don't have a bachelor's degree in theology. As I said, that chaplains must be a pastor in the first place.
Yes.
Currently, we only enroll those who have gone through seminary, who have a bachelor's degree in theology. But I think in the future, we may make some adjustments and see how we can help those people, what kind of classes. But there is a course here at AUA, a master's course, which is Master of Chaplaincy. Master of Divinity, MDiv.
Okay.
And that one, you can be admitted from any background, even if your bachelor's degree is not from theology background. So we encourage people like that to go through that route before they come into chaplaincy. Yes.
What is the role of chaplaincy during this pandemic?
Well, I can say that we should be on the front line.
Yes.
Because our work is to take care of those people who are bereaved, take care of the people who are sick, visiting them in hospitals and talking to them, ministering to those who are suffering. You know, and this. So I can say that chaplains are on the front line. You cannot run away from your job, you know, because of COVID-19.
Yes.
If you're in a hospital, you're working there, and people are brought in, or somebody has died. We should be in the front line. We should be the first people to talk to their relatives. Things are different now. Contact is not allowed because of what's happening all over the world. I don't know, actually, we don't have a hospital here. I don't know how these people are operating right now, but with the social media, I think chaplains can be able to access, to get access to the people who are bereaved, and maybe communicate with them, call them, and talk to them in the way they are being trained to do so.
Yes.
But otherwise, our services are still needed. People are lonely, and you know that currently when you lose someone, people don't, as our culture is, people don't come to comfort you. They're not allowed. And even after burial, everybody runs away.
True.
So our services would be highly needed to help these people out through this time of sorrow and suffering. Yes.
How are you handling instructions during this pandemic?
For the classes that were still going on, we are online. We are lucky that at AUA, we teach online. We were way ahead of time in planning for this, and so we teach our students online. And as I said, I teach practical. I had several classes of applied theology. I was teaching other courses, not necessarily chaplaincy. For chaplaincy was supposed to start in July. We don't know how things will be, but we are waiting and praying to see if our students are going to come or we will start them online. We are still praying, but otherwise we are ready and well prepared to teach our students online.
Okay.
Yes.
Finally, as chaplain, kindly give our viewers some words of encouragement.
Yes, this is a tough time. The whole world is experiencing. But where can you run to? We need to turn to the Lord. Jesus said that the evil came, when you read in the book of John, chapter 10, verse 10, Jesus came to give life. This is the work of the evil one, taking away our life, to stealing our privileges and taking away our beloved one and so on. That's the work of the devil. But Jesus said, despite that, I came to give life and life abundant. And also in the same book, John, chapter 16, the last verse, before you come to chapter 17, Jesus talking about the kind of peace he came to give. That in this world there's a lot of suffering. And this is a suffering that has been here with us because this world was sold to the devil. So we need to encourage our people to stick with their Lord. There's no peace. The only peace you can get is in Jesus Christ. He's the one who can give us abundant life, even when we are suffering. So my encouragement to our viewers is to be comforted in the Lord. It's only Jesus who can comfort us in this time. we cannot run away from there. And he promised never to leave us alone.
Yes.
Even he said that even if you go through water or fire, I will be with you.
Yes.
So he cannot leave us even this time of sorrow. Yes.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kafeero, for gracing our program today.
Thank you. Thank you for this time.